Shalom, shalom, shalom. As always, I want to begin by giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rahah Chadash, double honors to the apostles, the elders, the bishops, the leadership, and the men of Great Millstone that are on the highways and the byways, and the other brothers that are teaching the 100% truth that are on the highways and the byways, risking their lives and freedoms to bring forth this gospel, you know, and man, the water Yahweh Shem Yahushua that He has granted men this truth, and to the 144,000, and to the house of David, Shalom, and to the men, women, and children scattered throughout the four corners of the earth, to you I say Shalom. So, just a quick lesson. Had a couple of scriptures that were coming to my spirit, and I wanted to bring them out, because the Christians somehow, some way, somewhere, someone convinced these people that you get to get away unscathed. You get to literally say that the Most High did away with His laws, statutes, and commandments. That it's a do as thou will, Aleister Crowley lifestyle, you know, whatever you like, and that there is no judgment. There's no there's no punishment, But again, let's just get some scriptures and let's see what the scripture says. So I wanted to begin here in Genesis, and this is 15 because I want to keep reiterating. Jacob have I loved, but Esau have I hated. You know what I mean? Jacob have I loved, but Esau have I hated. And the Most High, He already said that you only have I known, So let me not jump ahead of myself too much, but let's get into this a little bit. So this is Genesis, and Slovakia. Genesis 15 and beginning at 13, and it reads, "And he said unto Abraham, Know of a surety that thy seed shall be a stranger in a land that is not theirs, and shall serve them, and they shall afflict them 400 years. And also that nation whom they shall serve will I judge, and afterwards shall they come out with great substance." So what we're seeing here is the first captivity of Jacob, the first, of many chastisements, judgments, punishments, opportunities for Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai to show His power, But it's clear as a bell. What does it say? And afterwards, and also that nation whom they shall serve will I judge. So, and the Most High says what? I am the Lord, I change not. So He hasn't put judgment in a box and sealed it and put it to the bottom of the sea, never to be found, never to be opened, never to be discovered again. No, His judgment goes forth daily, Matter of fact, I'm gonna read that, because his judgment is always being meted out. You know what I mean? Salakia for a moment. Ooh, I like that one too. I think I might. So this isn't the one I want, but man, there's many times. This is Hosea 6 and verse 5, New International Version. It says, "Therefore I cut you in pieces with my prophets. I killed you with the words of my mouth. Then my judgments go forth like the sun." Ooh-wee. This is the KJV, same chapter and verse. It reads, "Therefore have I hewn them by the prophets. I have slain them by my words of my mouth, and my judgments are as the light that goeth forth." And man, hey, yeah. This is Jeremiah 23 and 29. "Is not my words like fire, declares Yahweh, and like a hammer that smashes a rock?" So he is not forsaken judgment, you know, and judgment is going to come to pass upon all the enemies of Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, which in turn translates to the enemies of Yasharallah, his true house, his true people, the 12 tribes of Yasharallah, whom you ignorantly call Israel, which is the modern way, I guess, to say it. So I'll let that one. So continuing on, because what I want just to briefly show is the judgments that he's brought upon his own people. This is Baruch chapter 4. I'll start at 1. And it reads, "This is the book of the commandments of the Most High, and the law that endureth forever." Now the law's done away with, brother. We're in a new covenant, and so now we can do whatever we want and cheesy rice. "All they that keep it shall come to life, but such as leave it shall die. Turn thee, O Jacob, and take hold of it. Walk in the presence of the light, therefore that ye mayest be illuminated." This is our Illuminati. This is our enlightenment, the laws of the Most High. And we know that this law is not going to save you. You know what I mean? Through faith in Yahweh Shai and ultimately the election. Nevertheless, breaking this law will condemn you. If you knowingly and willingly go against the will and the commandments of the Heavenly Father, if you try to use Moses as a scapegoat and it's the law of Moses, and not acknowledge who gave Moses that law. He didn't just go up to the mount and sit down and write something out himself. It was given unto him. It says, "Give not thy honor to another, nor the things that are profitable unto thee to a strange nation." See, brother, the other nations can be saved. They can rejoice and be glad in the Lord, and they can have take part in the deliverance and the salvation of Israel. See, they're all included. There is neither Greek, there is neither Jew nor Greek. Says, hey, nor the things that are profitable unto a strange nation. O Israel, happy are we, for things that are pleasing to the Most High are made known unto us. It says, be of good cheer, my people, the memorial of Israel. Why? Because ye were sold to the nations. Oh, there goes another judgment upon his own people. My people, the memorial of Israel. What happened to them? Ye were sold to the nations. Why? Not for your destruction, but because ye moved the Most High to wrath. Well, see, the Lord is all love. Just love, love, love. There's only marshmallows and flowers and bubble gum, and it's just so much love. He's just wrapped in love, with love just oozing all out of his pores. There's nothing else there but love. And yet, you moved the Most High to wrath. Ye were delivered unto your enemies. For ye provoked him that made you by sacrificing unto devils and not to the Most High. So again, the point is, hey, what happened? You were sold to the nations. You were sent into slavery. You were scattered. You were taken out of your home. Why? Because you were given something far greater than all the nations had or have to this day. They didn't want it. That's why they told you it was done away with. You know? Salakia for a moment. You know? But again, it's uncanny how these other nations, how these Christians believe that all that they've done, everything that they have done, all that has been done to the children of Israel, why the scripture speaks on what is known as the controversy of Israel. What is that? Let's grab that real quick. I think we're looking Hosea. Yeah. And see, and this is the original, the controversy that the Lord had with his own people. But now, that has changed. In order to bring salvation to his people from the judgment that he's placed upon them, you know. And I think what I'm looking for is in Revelations. And I want to get this real quick though, if I may. This is Hosea again. This is why everything from us coming out of Egypt and being in our land and all of the captivities from Babylon, from the Syrian to the Babylonian to the Medo-Persian to the Greek to the Roman, you know, to the man to the Silk Road to the transatlantic to the, you know what I mean, uh, just the countless captivities that we've had to endure. It hasn't been for anyone else's fault. This is Hosea 4:1. Hear the word of Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai, ye children of Israel. For Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai hath a controversy. And let's s-
Strong's H 7379, Reeve, and
so yeah.
Strong's H 7379, Reeve, and second entry, Riv, and third entry, Riv.
So again, this is strife, dispute, quarrel, case at law. Let's go to the root etymology. Dig a little deeper. Brother Shakar got me digging a little deeper.
Strong's H 7378, Reeve, and second entry, Ruve.
Says to strive, contend, to strive physically with words, to conduct a case or suit, to sue, to make complaint, to quarrel, to contend against. And why? Because of our transgressions, because of the way we were moving, because of the things we were doing. And what were some of those? It says, hath a controversy with the inhabitants of the land because there is no truth, nor mercy, nor knowledge of the Most High in the land, by swearing and lying and killing and stealing and committing adultery, all the things that now they say, hey, the laws are done away with. You just need the cheesiest. So now it's okay to swear, to lie, to kill, to steal, commit adultery. They break out, and blood toucheth blood. Therefore shall the land mourn, and every one that dwelleth therein shall languish with the beasts of the field and with the fowls of heaven. Yea, the fishes of the sea also shall be taken away. So, hey, basically our people, again, the wickedness of our people. So now when I go back, you know what I mean? And that's the controversy, the original, you know. So again, and then now we have Amos 3:2, because what are we talking about? The judgments that came against the people that the Most High loved. Amos 3, verse 1. Hear this word that Yahweh has spoken against you, O children of Israel, against the whole family which I brought up from the land of Egypt, saying, you only have I known of all the families of the earth. Therefore, I will punish because somewhere along the line somebody forgot what that word means. Somebody is under the impression that, hey, you guys just stop it, hey, it's okay, I love you. I just got nothing but love. It's so much love. And there's just nothing in me but love. Oh, you know,
Strong's H 6485. Pakad. Pakad.
to attend to, muster, number, reckon, visit, punish, appoint, look after, care for, to pay attention to, observe, to attend to seek, look about for, to seek in vain, need, miss, lack, to visit upon, punish, to pass in review, muster, number, to appoint, assign, lay upon as a charge, deposit, to be sought, be needed, be missed, be lacking, be visited, to be visited upon, to be appointed, to be watched over, to muster, call up, to be passed in review, to be caused to miss, to be called to account. So, in other words, hey, the Most High, no, hey, watch over, you know, attend to, pay attention to, observe, you know what I mean? Punish, visit upon us the plagues, visit upon us the curses, you know, to be lacking, to cause us to serve our enemies for the want of all things, be missed, for us to not know who we are, to not be counted among the nations, to have a whole group of people declared to be a tribe of Israel, and to be the only ones that there are, and to act as though the other 11 are just, non done away with, don't count, you know, not sought after. It says, I will punish you for all your iniquities, sins, transgressions. So again, what we're showing again is that, hey, the Most High punishes those he loves. This is Daniel 9 and 9. It says, to Yahweh our power belong mercies and forgiveness, though we have rebelled against him. Neither have we obeyed the voice of Yahweh our power to walk in his laws, which he set before us by his servants the prophets. Yea, all Israel have transgressed thy law, even by thy departing, that they might not obey thy voice. Therefore, the curse is poured upon us. The bottom and not the tail and not the head, the borrower and not the lender. You know what I mean? You would be the bottom. So, who are these imposters? And the oath that is written in the law of Moses, the servant of the Most High, because we have sinned against him. So if you do one, you'll receive this. If you do the other, you'll receive this. So this clearly states that we received the other, this, the requirements that come along with the transgressions. Because why? Because we have sinned against him, and he hath confirmed his words which he spake against us and against our judges that judged us, by bringing upon us a great evil For under the whole heaven hath not been done as hath been done upon Jerusalem. So again, you know what I mean? These are those he loves. And under the whole heaven. And this is probably the most important, because those he loves, matter of fact, if I may, uh, this is Hebrews 12:6. It says, and it reads, for whom Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai loveth, he chasteneth and scourgeth every son whom he receiveth. So we're going to grab those two. Yep, yes, sir. Let's see. Hebrews 12:6. So let's get this one first. Chasteneth.
Strong's G 3811. Paiduo. Paiduo.
Paiduo. To train. To be instructed or taught. To cause one to learn. To chastise. To chastise. To castigate. With words. To correct. Of those who are molding the character of others by reproof and admonition, of the Most High, to chasten by the affliction of evils and calamities, to chase with blows, to scourge, of a father punishing his son, of a judge ordering one to be scourged. Let's get
Strong's G 3146. Mastigao. Mastigao. Thayer's Lexicon.
Slovakia.
Strong's G 3146. Mastigao. Mastigao. Thayer's Lexicon. Related entry. Mastizo. Mastizo.
To scourge. Let's see if we go a little deeper. Root etymology.
Strong's G 3148. Mastiques. Mastiques.
To whip, scourge, plague, a calamity, misfortune, especially sent by the Most High to discipline or punish. So, hey, and what did it say? Again, for whom Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai loveth, he chasteneth and scourgeth every son whom he receiveth. Man, these, and those are them they that he loves. So again, hey, we see that the ultimate judgment, the ultimate uh, scourging, because the scriptures tells us that he was bruised more than any man, for our transgressions, and yet you think that you get through with no judgment, that there's nothing coming for you except happy days and good times. You know, you get to be the ultimate in wicked and ruthless and murderous and conniving and deceptive and just the border of wickedness is what the scriptures calls Esau Edom, and yet you get through unscathed. Well, we'll show you who's coming through this. It says this is Psalms 91, and we'll do, man. Verse 1: He that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. I will say of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, He is my refuge and my fortress, my power. In Him will I trust. Surely He shall deliver thee from the snare of the fowler and from the noisome pestilence. And we know, hey, we're seeing these things wind up, like them old little Jack in the Box they used to have, where you wind it up and then the thing springs out. Hey, these are the way these missiles, man, and these engagements and the time. It's like that damn box. And it didn't matter how slow you went. You know what I mean? When it popped out, you're gonna be mad. And this is what's coming. You know what I mean? The Most High has something special coming. And nothing is gonna turn it back. Nothing is gonna stop it. Nothing is going to postpone it beyond the time that He has set for it to come. The fowler is coming. The noisome pestilence is coming. But for His elect, He shall cover thee with His feathers, and under His wings shalt thou trust. His truth shall be thy shield and buckler. Thou shalt not be afraid for the terror by night, nor for the arrow that flieth by day, nor for the pestilence that walketh in darkness, nor for the destruction that wasteth at noonday. 1,000 shall fall at thy side, and 10,000 at thy right hand, but it shall not come nigh thee. Only with thine eyes shalt thou behold and see the reward, the judgment, the recompense, the end result of the wicked. So all of you running around thinking you can just be as wicked as you want to be and continue down a path of wickedness and anarchy to the will of the Most High. Well, hey, if these couple of verses, man, didn't show you that, hey, his own, it pleased him to bruise his own son. Who, hey, like one man said in Shogun, who you think you are? You know what I mean? Who you think you are? But if you don't know yet, hey, this is Wisdom of Solomon. 12. I'll start at 21. With how great circumspection didst thou judge thine own sons, unto whose fathers thou hast sworn and made covenants of good promises. Did you pick that up? With how great circumspection didst thou judge thine own. Did you pick that up? But yet you think you're going to go through unscathed? Therefore, whereas thou doest chasten us, thou scourgest our enemies 1,000 times more, to the intent that when we judge, we should carefully think of thy goodness, and when we ourselves are judged, we should look for mercy. And what do we know about the wicked? Hey, he that has shown no mercy, man. Oh, let's get it. Mercy. Salakia. This is James 2 and 13, and it reads, "For he shall have judgment without mercy that hath showed no mercy, and mercy rejoiceth against judgment." And so we automatically know, hey, this is speaking about one one who would bomb a schoolhouse full of 165 little schoolgirls. One who would destroy an old man and his children and his wives. You know what I mean? And just blow them up. One who would double tap a schoolhouse, so when they saw more people rushing in to try to retrieve their loved ones, they could inflict more damage. One who bombs hospitals. No mercy. So as when judgment begins for them, man, the whole earth rejoices in singing. So with that, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Rahah Kodash, and double honors to the apostles, elders, bishops, men of great millstone. Peace and salutations to the men out on the highways and the byways, risking their lives in freedom to bring forth the 100%